Hi guys, thank you for watching the previous videos. In earlier videos, we discussed about cloud computing and creating virtual machines in Azure. In this video, we will be focusing on the disks that virtual machine uses to store the operating system and user data. In one of the videos, we already discussed that when we create Azure VMs, we get two disks. One is an OS disk, which contains the operating system, and other is the temporary disk. We can add additional disks to store user or application data. In this video, we will explore about the virtual hard disks. Operating system disks, every VM we create will have one disk that will store the operating system data. The drive will be labeled as C in Windows, and in Linux it will be mounted at root directory. The maximum capacity for the OS drive is 4095 GB. Similarly, every VM includes a temporary disk, and this disk is used for page and swap files. Microsoft recommends never save user data on this disk, as the data is supposed to be lost during maintenance or if we redeploy the machine. So for storing user or application data, we should attach one or more data disks to the VM. The data stored on this disk will be persisted. That means even if the machine reboots, the data will be there. Azure has specified the number of data disks we can add to the VM. The maximum capacity of disk is 32,767 GB. There are four options that we can choose while creating the disks. According to the performance, Azure has divided the disks into four categories. First among them is UltraDisk. UltraDisk delivers high throughput, high IOPS, and this is low latency disk storage. This disk has the ability to dynamically change the performance without need of restarting the VM. The disks are suited for heavy workload like SAP HANA, transaction heavy workload. UltraDisks can only be used as data disks. This cannot be used for operating system disks. The second option we have for creating and attaching managed disks for Azure VM is premium solid state drives. In the backend, Azure is using the solid state drive for delivering high performance, low latency for VMs. Unlike traditional hard disk drives, these drives are more reliable because they doesn't have the moving parts. The next in the line is standard solid state drive. The drawback of premium solid state drive is that they are limited to specified VM size. If you have low end VM but the disk requirement is high, you could go for standard SSD. The next is standard hard disk drive. These are the traditional hard disk drives that we used to use in the early days. So according to our requirement, we can select what disk we want to use with the VM. All the types and their capabilities is shown in the slide. Like UltraDisk in the backend, it is using a solid state drive. Similarly, premium SSDs and standard SSDs are using solid state drives, but the disk size, the throughput, and the IOPS are different. Like maximum throughput for UltraDisk is like 2000 megabytes. Similarly, for premium SSDs and standard SSDs, it's different. The IOPS is different. Standard HDDs is different. So as per your requirement, you can use any of the disks. Replication is an important feature that helps in case of planned and unplanned events like transient hardware failure or natural disaster or connectivity issue to one of the zone. In Azure, we can replicate the data in the same data center or across the data center or within the same region or across the region. There are different types of replication in Azure. The first one is locally redundant storage. With locally redundant storage or LRS, we can replicate the data within the same data center. So if one node fails, the data is still available. With GRS, geo redundant storage, the data is replicated across the region. So in case if entire region is failed due to some reason, then the data is available in another region from where we can recover the data. With RAGRS, read access geo redundant storage, we can have read-only access to data in another region. With ZRS, zone redundant storage, the data is replicated synchronously across 3 storage clusters in a single region. With GZRS, Geo Zone Redundant Storage, the data is replicated across the availability zone in one region as well as the region paired with that region. Read Access Geo Zone Redundant Storage, RAGRS, provides read-only access to the data which is being replicated to the secondary location. So these are some replications supported by Azure. Guys, we already know about the various type of disks Azure supports. So in this demo, I'll be showing you how to connect the disks to virtual machines. I already have a virtual machines created, and the virtual machine which I'm connected is the same virtual machine which I created in Azure. Okay, so if you'll go to virtual machines and you'll see this is the virtual machine which I'm connected to. .cin base machine 02, right? You can see the IP 40.80.80.81. Similarly, you can see here it's 40.80.80.81. So I don't have any extra disks attached to this virtual machine. As you can see in Windows Explorer, I can see only two drives. One is the C drive and other is the temporary storage. So whenever you create a virtual machine, you'll get two disks attached to it and two drives attached to it. One is C drive Windows and other one is D drive temporary storage. Apart from this, I don't have any disk connected to this virtual machine or any extra drives. So how can we connect disks to a virtual machine? When you're creating a virtual machine, if you don't know how to create a virtual machine, please see one of my video where I shown step-by-step process on how to create a virtual machine, right? So you can watch that video, or else I can show you here. From create a resource, you can go to compute. From compute, you can select virtual machine, and in create a virtual machine page, after providing all this information, in the second tab that says disks, you can create and attach a new disk while creating a virtual machine. But we haven't attached any disks to this virtual machine while I created it. So now if you have already created a virtual machine, so in that case, how can we assign a virtual disk? We will be seeing that in this demo. So let's go to virtual machine. I'll go to the dashboard. Virtual machines is my resource group, and this is the virtual machine on which I'll be attaching a virtual hard disk. So in under settings, you can see there is a disks tab. You can click on it. In disk tab, you can see there is no disk attached apart from this OS disk, which is nothing but the C drive. So I'll be attaching a new disk. You can just click on create and attach a new disk, or you can attach existing disks if you have. If you don't have one, you can just create and attach new disk. I'll just click on it, create and attach new disks. Here you can give the disk name. Let's say I'll be giving it data disk 01, not CISC, data disks. What type of storage do you want? Do you want it to be a standard HDD, a standard SSD, or premium SSD? I'll go with premium or standard. Those, whatever your requirement is, you can go with that. So I'll be selecting premium SSDs. The size you can specify. I'll go with like 1024, right? And you can see the max IOPS and throughput is shown here. Then the encryption. Do you want it to be a platform managed or Yeah, there's only one option, there's no other option. If we create a disk and then attach it, you can see the different encryption types available. So I'll be selecting that, and then you can just save it and the disk will be attached. Let's save it. If everything is correct, the disk will be created and attached. It's a 1 TB disk, 1024 GB, right? So disk is created, virtual machine is updating, so we may see this disk in our virtual machine, right? uh, yeah, so the disk is attached, you can see it here, but it's not shown here. When you attach a disk to a virtual machine or your physical machine, you have to format it. How can you do that? You can just go to disk management, disk mgmt, or you can go from computer management, just click on it. You can see, right, there's a disk which is unallocated, unknown, not initialized. When you'll format this disk, you can see it here, right? So similarly, I'm not going to format it because this will be covered in the MCSA video series. Let's create another, let's attach another disk. So this is the simplest way of creating and attaching a new disk to this virtual machine. The other option to create a virtual hard disk is from the disks pane. Let's type disks. I'll go to the disk that will list all the disks I have. Then I can click on add. After create, here you can create a disk. You can change the size. You can provide all this information. Let's say I'm using a resource group. I'll be using a new resource group, or you can use the existing one. Let's say I'm using virtual machines resource group. Let's give it a name, data disks 02. The region, where do you want to store your disks? I'll be storing it in Central India. Then the availability zone, it's not available because in Central India we don't have an availability zone. Source type, none. Size, if you want to change, you can change it as per your requirement. I'll go with, let's say, 64 GB. Then performance tier, if you want to change it, you can change it. Okay, next, here you can select encryption type. Do you want it to be platform managed by Azure, or do you want you to manage it with your own key? Okay, you can select as per your requirement. Next, networking. Who can access these disks? It's public endpoint, everyone can access it, or according to your compliance requirement, you can use it. Next, in advance, is it a shared disk? No, so that's not enabled, right? Next, tags and review and create. So this is how you can create a disk and later you can attach it, right? So it's a premium SSD. The disk's name, remember the disk's name. Then you can go to the virtual machine. Once the deployment is complete, we'll go to the virtual machine and see if the data disk, or if we can attach this, the newly created disks. Yeah, so the deployment is complete. For attaching a disks to a virtual machine, you can just go to the virtual machine that you created. I created this virtual machine prod CIN base machine 01, and from here you can go to disks pane, and there you can attach with this option, attach new disks. You can attach the disk you created. See, we created data disk 02. With this, I can just click on it and save. So this disk will be attached to my virtual machine. Once it is attached, you can see in disk management, you will be seeing two different disks. One that we attach the data disk 01, and the other that we are attaching it now. So virtual machine is updated and the disk is attached. In disk management, you can see we have two disks. You can format it and you can see it in your Explorer. I hope this has been informative for you. Thank you for watching, guys.